Yeah, discussing about
Sir,
discussed about single inheritance, and today we are discussing about multi-level inheritance. Okay, multi-level inheritance, inheriting from one superclass to another superclass, from that class to some other class, inheriting from one superclass to other superclass, from that superclass to another subclass is called multi-level inheritance. Syntax for multi-level inheritance. So very simple. Class C1, okay, class C2 colon C1 and class C3 colon C2. C2. So very simple. Grandfather to father, father to child, like that. This is called multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, minimum you will have three classes. It is a superclass. C1 is a superclass for C2. C2 is a superclass for C3. Because of multi-level inheritance, this class members are getting inheriting to this class, and this class members and these class members both will be inheriting to C3 class. Okay. If you want to understand more clear, I'll give you one simple example here. Grandfather, here father colon grandfather and child colon father, child colon father. Let's say grandfather has constructed one house in a village, and father has constructed one house in town, and child has constructed one house in city, one house in one flat in city. Okay, so how it will happen? Grandfather house will be first getting inheriting to father. So father will have one house in town, one house in village, and child colon father. Then child will have one house in town, one house in village, one house in city. So this is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, right. Example for, are you able to see my screen, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Example for multi-level inheritance. Example for multi-level inheritance. Right. So let's take yesterday example. Yesterday example classes are what? What are the two classes of yesterday example?
department and employee.
Department, employee.
Yeah, department and employee. Now we will add one more class, branch, department, employee. In this case, my question is, which is the top level superclass?
Branch.
Think twice and thrice.
Object.
Which is grandfather class. Now forget about the object, other than object.
Branch.
Branch.
Mm.
Branch, sir.
Actually, what will happen if you start a company? First, you will decide departments like HR department, technical department, marketing department. But what will happen after you decide departments? Next, you will decide branches. One branch in Hyderabad, one branch in Bangalore. So means first departments and second branch. In every branch, you will have all these departments. HR, technical, finance department will be there in Bangalore branch, will be there in Hyderabad branch. Okay, next we will decide what employees, recruiting employees for that branch and this branch. According to that, department will be the first class, Derived second class is branch, third class is employee. Third class because first two departments will be there. Departments will be there in branches. Okay. Within the branch again you will recruit what employees. Now come back to our example. Same yesterday example we can do small correction for this multi-level inheritance. Great. Did you understand yesterday memory allocations?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Uh, right now we'll do one thing. Like same, we'll keep yesterday we have defined two classes, department class and employee. Our department class will keep like that only. See, observe class department and two instance variables. Okay. Now that department class I'm sending to you all the people, copy and paste. But example is multi-level. Okay. Next we are going to define one more class, that is class branch colon department. Okay. Now branch ID read only long read only string branch name internal branch long branch ID string colon colon. Yeah, super class. Super class is what actually base of base of what is a super class branch? You have to initialize the branch. Sorry, your super class is department. Sorry, branch class, super class, department. Department class two fields you have to initialize. Let's say 10 comma HR, 10 comma HR. Next to this dot branch ID, this dot branch ID equal to branch ID. Next to this dot branch name,
Branch name is equal to
branch
branch name.
branch name. Okay, right. Now see here you can observe branch superclass is what?
Ob-
Department.
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 Department superclass is what?
Object.
Object. Remember like that. Okay. Now branch is having how many fields?
Two.
One.
Branch ID, branch name instead of branch name, you better write branch location. Right. Right. Okay. Now here one method. Internal void display console dot write line console dot write line branch ID is branch ID console dot write line branch location is branch location and here you can call superclass method base dot display dpt info. Here what is base? What is base?
Base is pointing to the object of the superclass.
Superclass. Here what is the superclass for this branch class?
Department.
Department. Okay, class employee, branch. Okay, same story again. But here base of, right, triple one is the branch ID and branch location Bangalore, Bangalore. You're passing two values of the superclass. Right. Next, coming to the right. Let me forward to you branch class. Did you receive department class, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I'm forwarding the branch class. Next, coming to employee class. Display constructor, same constructor, EMPNO and base dot base dot base dot display base dot branch. Sorry, branch info. Display branch info. Okay, because what is the immediate superclass for employee? Branch. Immediate superclass for employee is branch. Okay, so now I'm sending you employee class also. I'm sending you employee class also at over. Did you receive all of you guys? Hello? Total
Yes,
how
sir.
many classes you have received? Three. Three classes did you receive?
Yeah.
Department, branch and employee. Next to employee EMP1 equal to new employee and main method code will be same to same. Main method code will be same to same. Okay, right. So now in this we are implemented which inheritance it is? Multi-level. Multi-level inheritance. Right. So now can you do the memory allocation for this? Hello? Can you do the memory allocation?
Yeah.
So, but whenever you create object for employee class, it will create objects for how many classes?
Three classes.
It will create object for four classes.
Yes, sir.
Four classes. Come on, do it.
Employee branch department object.
Hmm. Yeah, take one paper and do the memory allocation. You have the code with you, all of you. Did you receive the code?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Do memory allocation.
Related to inheritance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let
You
me,
know, like we have hard coded in the parameterized constructor, instant constructor of the base class. That's hard coded. How you do
understood.
soft? I mean,
Is an understood. Actually, here nowhere we will define any constructors in our programming. Okay, these are all actually predefined code. In all base class libraries, you will have the constructors. Okay, suppose if you want to pass the values, we will in GUI based application. In this place, we'll take the text boxes.
okay, because that was I thought, you know, how you can hard
Console,
code every time.
console application. That too, one more important point is whenever you are developing a business application, nowhere you will define constructors. All these things we are doing to understand about our existing base class libraries. Our existing base class libraries. Okay, you go to yes, any base class library completely will have already predefined constructors will be there. So, for example, you see tomorrow you are going to work with ADO.NET. At the time of ADO.NET, you can see ADO.NET. When you are working with ADO.NET, will create a connection object, SQL connection, UNN,
On is equal to scale connection.
UNN equal to new SQL connection of here will pass some connection string. They will pass some connection string will pass. Okay, this connection string we are passing actually. Where we are passing? We are passing to the constructor. We are passing to the constructor. Constructor of which class? SQL connection class. In SQL connection class, you can observe that you have one default constructor, you have one parameterized constructor, you have two parameterized constructor. So right now we are calling constructor 0 parameterized, 1 parameterized, 2 parameterized.
One parameter.
Yeah. So to understand that, we are learning all these things. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll show you what are all, right? Yeah. Okay, fine. How many are able to do?
Thank you, sir.
Because once you will open your API means in Java people will call APIs. In .NET we will call it as base class libraries. Completely you will have all these things. If you want to understand why you are writing that line code, tomorrow somebody will ask you, it is creating connection object, but what exactly is happening means here object is creating, here constructor is calling, here reference variable is creating. All these things how you can understand, that you can understand by implementing these oops concepts. Okay. Right. Shall I start otherwise?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Try to concentrate.
Yes, sir.
If you are unable to do also, don't worry. First, when you run this application, what is happening? See, by listening others' experience, we can get some motivation. Right. New means here it will go to employee class, but it will try to create employee class object. But employee class is having a super class called branch. Due to that reason, it will go to branch class. But branch class is having a super class called department. That's why it will go to department class. But department class is having a super class called object class. Due to that reason, here control will go to object class and it will create first object for object class. Guys, simultaneously who are not completed, now start your work on paper simultaneously with me. Okay? Doing?
Yeah.
Doing? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Really, I'm very much interested for classroom training. I thought to come to US last year to start an institute in New Jersey or New York. Right? Yeah. Because we can observe each and every student very easily in that case. Right. Okay. Now you guys, you see. Hmm. Now you also do manually. So you all try to do simultaneously. Okay, let me change the color today. Really same color. Hmm. Right. Yeah. First, what is this object? Object. Yes. It is object of. Simultaneously do it. All of you people better to do, even though who are completed also. Object of, guys, object of which class?
Employee.
Eh, is not recording? Get observe all of you, or
It is recording.
it's recording, right? Yeah. Okay, fine. Recording. Okay, fine. Okay. Fine. Now it's creating object for which class?
Employee.
Hey, employee. No.
Object.
It will go to. It will go.
Branch, sir.
No. First object is what?
Program.
The class.
Oh, you are giving lot of surprises to me. See here, what is happening? Observe all of you. Hmm, see, what I said, control is executed. What new? Are you getting new? New means it will go to which class? Employee class. But employee class is having a super class called what? Branch. Branch.
Branch.
Will go to branch class. See, it is not created object for employee class because it has super class. That's why whenever super class is there, again it will go to priority will be super class. Again, it will not create any object for branch class. Again, it has a super class called department. Department department is also super class called what?
Object.
Object.
Object. Now
Object.
create object for which class?
Object.
It will create object for object class. That is my explanation, yesterday explanation. Right. So it is object of object of what? Object of which class?
Object.
Object.
Object class.
Class.
Object class. And this object class is holding the addresses of the methods, object class methods. Tell me how many methods are there?
Four methods.
Get type
Number one equals,
equals
one equals, number one equals, number one equals,
get type
number two,
get hash code get type
1 minute.
two string
Second method is what? Let's say get hash code, get hash code. Third method is, let's say, toString, some method toString. Fourth method is get type.
get
Get
type
help.
Get type. Remembered all of it? Right. After this, one we will come back to department class. Now this time it will create object for what class? Department class.
department class
It will create object for department
department class
create object for department class. Okay now. So yeah. Now I'm going to create object for this time department class. Okay. Now observe. Right. Creating object. Creating object. Object. It is another object. Object of
department class
department. Object of department. At the time of this object is created, address will be 200. It will be allocating the memory for department class instance variables. What are they?
department number department name
DN1 or DEPTN1? What I have given it, remember?
EPTN.
Is DEPTN DEPT name. DEPTN DEPT name. Am I right, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is one of the biggest memory allocation in our class, in our total training. DEPTN. That's why I have given this much time. And default value is what?
zero
Second one is DEPT name. DEPT name. And default value is what?
null
Default value is null. Null. Okay, and it is holding the.
yeah, are you getting my voice
Yeah, I'm getting. It is holding the address of, right. It is holding the address of the one method.
display
1 minute.
EPT info.
1 minute. 1 minute. Now I'll ask one by one questions. They will respond. Now Bhaskar, it will hold the address of the which method?
Display DEPT infos.
Yeah, display DEPT info. Display DEPT info. Yes. Okay, now right. Next to after this, what will happen? Control will come back to branch class. Now this time, it's going to create object for branch class. It's going to create object for which class? Branch class. Okay. Now, yes, it's going to create object for branch class. Okay. Now, Soumya, are you there?
yes I am here
Soumya, right. It is object of,
department
already it's,
branch
concentrate, object of branch. Okay. Now, yes, this is object of branch. This, yes, I think it's better to show like this. Otherwise, yeah, right. Yes. 3020 address. And now tell me variables.
Branch ID.
Soumya,
Branch ID. Branch ID.
the voice is breaking. Soumya, mute yourself, otherwise I'll talk to others. Yeah, I'll talk to others. Snehal, tell me.
Branch ID.
Branch ID. Branch
Branch location.
branch ID 0
0.
0. Next to branch.
Branch location.
Proceed.
Null.
Branch location is null. It is null. Two variables null. And Punya, come to Punya. You are telling you are confusing. Let's see your confusion. Tell me Punya, it is holding the address of which method? Punya. Display.
info.
Display branch info.
Display branch info. Display branch. This is branch. Branch info. Display branch info. Over. Yeah, after this control again will come back to employee class, and it is going to create object for employee class now. In this case, it is going to create object for employee class. Now here I am creating object of employee, and it's creating object of employee. Object of employee. So this object is employee class object. So here 4040 3030 4040. This is having memory allocation for employee class variables. What are the employee class variables here?
Employee
ENO,
number.
name,
1 minute.
Sir.
ENO 0. Ename
null,
Null.
null ESAL 0. 0. Okay, and it is holding the address of the method. What is the method? Display em. I think method name emp info. That's why I've given code also to you. Right, over. Story completed. Local variables when we are showing the big task for us. Right. And after this, up to here control is executed only what? New.
New.
Now control will call employee of 111 Rama 1000. Then what will happen? Employee class constructor is called. On behalf of employee class, it will allocate, on behalf of employee class constructor, it will allocate memory for employee constructor local variables. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, to show those local variables, we don't have the much space, right? Okay, fine. I'm showing here and employee of, and these here local variables. ENO, what is the value?
1
Zero.
111, I
Oh
think.
yeah. One.
111.
Yeah. Yes.
Ename Rama
Rama. Eason.
1000.
1000.
1000. Okay, try to understand that. I'm showing in corners. Next to after this control will go to, but actually your employee constructor will never execute. It will call base of. Base of means it will go to superclass. In superclass it will invoke. It will try to call branch class, branch constructor. On behalf of branch, it will again allocate memory for on behalf of branch constructor. On behalf of branch constructor, it will allocate memory for how many local variables? I'm showing bottom local variables. Otherwise, branch of it will be allocating memory for local variables. One is I think branch ID na
Yes, sir.
ID. What is the value?
111.
Table one. Second one is branch
Locate.
LOC.
location. I think so. Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
These two are the local variables of branch constructor. And after this, control will execute. Will call. You will know it will not execute branch constructor. It will go to base of. Means it will go to department class constructor. And in department class constructor, while it is executing the declaration part, it will again create local variables of department constructor. Local variables of department constructor I am showing here. These are the department of yeah. What are the variables?
Department NO.
Department NO. Default value is how much?
10.
Okay, local variables na 10. Yes, not default. Next to DEPT name
Yes, sir.
HR. But even though it will never execute department constructor, here again you will have what base of. Remember,
Yes, sir.
base of will call the object class constructor. Object class default constructor will execute first. After that, control will come back and it will execute this line. This department constructor. This block will execute. In this block, it will be allocating the memory from local variables to
Instance variable.
local variables to which variables? Instance variables. Local variables to instance variables. That is DUPT. Finally, it will be instance here. It is what 10 and department name. Name is what? Okay, HR. Once that constructor execution is completed, constructor execution means once it is encountered the closing phase, what will happen? Local variables of the department destroyed. Again, control will come back to branch class constructor. Again, branch class constructor will be executing, and as part of this execution, it will be initializing, allocating the memory from local variables to instance variables. It will be triple one, and it will be what is that branch location? Bangalore, and Bangalore. And once the constructor execution is completed, then local variables of branch. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it was disturbed. Everything was. We have lost. I think we have to save. Right. Unfortunate. Yeah, we lost the diagram. Right. Uh, Sorry. Yeah, let me complete it. Let me draw the old diagram. You tell me first. Yes,
Object of object class.
this object of object class, object, and right. It is a method. So object class. Uh, what are the four methods?
Get type equals
Equals to string
One minute. I'll
Plus get
hash code. Get a hash code.
to string
Use string.
equals
Next to what is that?
equals
Equals 1010. Next after that, it is created object of
department.
yes, object of department is created object of department, and it is allocated memory for first holding the address of the method. What is the display?
DEPT info.
DEPT info, DEPT info. Okay. Now here variables are DEPT info,
DEPT NO.
DEPT info. What is that? 0.
0.
DEPT
DEPT name.
name. That is DEPT name.
Null.
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 Null. 2010. And after that it is allocated memory for is allocated
Branch.
for one more object. Object of branch, object of branch class, object of branch. Okay. At the time of object of branch, memory is allocated for local variables branch ID 0.
0.
So
Branch location.
branch location is null,
Null.
null. Right. It is holding the address of the method. It is holding the address of the method. That method is display
Display. Branch info.
branch info. Display branch info and 3010 3010 again it is having more it is going to create one more object of employee employee and here allocating memory for variables. What are the variables? ENO 0. Next ename is what? Null. Next esal is what? 0. And and 1. It is holding the address of this object is holding the address of a method. What is the method?
Display EMP info.
EMP info. Display EMP info and address is 4010. Yes. Up to here we explained about new. And let me go back to the constructors because here constructors place only we have a confusion. Right, what happened? It is calling first employee class constructor. At the time of employee class constructor, the signature will explode. Here, as part of the employee class constructor signature, it will be allocating the memory for employee constructor local variables. I'm showing in the bottom because we have some space here. Employee on behalf of this constructor local variables. ENO, what is the
ENO
ENO?
is equal to
Equal one.
name is equal
Equal
to
one.
Rama.
ENO is what? Equal
E
one.
name is Rama.
Name is Rama.
Rama. ESAL is
1000.
1000. Next control will go to here. Control will go to what is that? Base of. Base of means it will call branch constructor. Branch constructor. Here it will allocate the memory for local variables of branch constructor. In these local variables, branch ID, branch ID. What is the value branch ID?
10.
111.
Same I have given. Okay. Branch LOC. Branch LOC is Bangalore. Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Again, control will go back to department. Base of means department. Department constructor. Department constructor means on behalf of department constructor local variables are creating. I think DEPT NO. What is that? 10 DEPT name is HR. And here, yeah, we had a small mistake we have done last time. It will call base up. Base up means it will go to object class. It will execute object class constructor. After that, control will come back and it will execute department class constructor. In department class constructor, what is happening? It is initializing values from local variables to instance variables. That is here 10 Here department name is what? HR. HR. Once initialization is completed, constructor execution will complete. Once constructor execution will complete, local variables will be getting destroyed. Destroyed. After that, control will come back to branch class constructor. In branch class constructor, while it is executing branch class constructor, yes, while executing branch class constructor, what happened? Right, values will be initializing from branch class constructor local variables to instance variables. Triple one and again what? Bangalore and constructor execution completed means local variables of constructor will be destroyed. And after this, control will come back to employee class constructor and it is executing employee class constructor, and at the time of executing employee class constructor it will be initializing the values from employee class constructor to instance variables, that is 111, Rama and 1000. And once constructor execution is completed, these local variables will be destroyed. These local variables will be destroyed. After this, control will come back to main method, RHS execution completed. Now control is executing the LHS. At the time of executing LHS, it will creating a local variable on behalf of main method. That local variable name is EMP1, and EMP1 is a variable which is creating on behalf of main method. That's why it's a local variable. Default value will be null, and next it will be holding the address of the which object? Employee class object. Variable type is employee. That's why 4010.
4010.
Variable holding this object address. This object is having this object. This object is having this object. This object is having this object. Okay. So due to that reason, when you say EMP1, you will get everything. Okay. Now here, what is happening? Yes. Now EMP1 dot display EMP info method will be calling, and it will call. It will print employee number, employee name, salary. Again, it will call display branch info, and display branch info will say branch ID, branch location, and again it will call display DEPT info. Finally, that will also display DEPT info, DEPT number, DEPT name. All the values are able to print. Okay. Now you can observe. I am running the application, and compilation and execution. Compilation and execution. You got this output. Again, now you come back to your, once method execution is completed, control will come back to the main method and console.readline. Once you press enter, main method execution will complete. Once main method execution will complete, what will happen? Local variable of the main method will be displayed. Then the object will become as what? Unreferred object. Unreferred objects, these four objects are going to collect by the garbage collector according to the garbage collector. It is another topic actually, separate topic. According to the generations algorithm, first which object it will destroy, that is a procedure is there, but it will destroy. That is a duty of garbage collector. That is the story about total of this example. Here, memory allocation is will take a lot of time, and we need patience. The person who is telling required patience. The person who is listening also required a lot of patience. Right. So that is in-depth concept. It is here, all of you. Right.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing is in .NET where you can see this multi-level inheritance means. So if you will go to ASP.NET, you can see more and more here. In ASP.NET, you can see, yeah, we are using text box. We didn't enter, but every time we are using, most of the time I'm showing you text box. Whenever you drag and drop text box onto your web page, what text box one is nothing but object. Here you can observe text box is having a super class. The super class name is web control. Web control is having a super class that is called control. Control is having a super interface like control to you see text box to web control to control. control class. Similarly, here you can have, this is multi-level. Everywhere you can see multi-level. Label class, label superclass, web control superclass, control. Why they have done that, we will see in ASP.NET. Okay, so everywhere in ASP.NET and ADO.NET, ADO.NET here you are using a class called SQL connection. SQL connection superclass DB connection, DB connection superclass component nucleus. So like that, everywhere you can see a concept called multi-level inheritance. Especially when you will understand oops in depth. Tomorrow you are going to develop a new .NET version at the time, because all these .NET is developed by some Microsoft people. At that time they defined so many classes. So you will have full clarity about what you are doing, why it is superclass, why it is subclass. All these things, if you want to understand, you need to have a good knowledge about oops. Okay. When you will go to the industry, you are an initial level programmer. You should be a good programmer. And after next levels, you should be a good architect. If you want to become a good programmer, good architect in the industry, you should have good knowledge about oops. There is no limitation for this. So that type of subject is called oops. That's the reason at the time of attending interviews also 70 to 80% they will concentrate on oops questions. Clarity about oops. If you will tell to the interviewer proudly, I'm good in oops, I'm sure it is a big asset for you. If you are able to explain for their questions, job is yours. It is an interview deciding topic also. Okay, right. Now come back to our discussion. Next inheritance is multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. Third one is multiple inheritance. Okay. Yeah, just 1 second. Right. Coming to multiple inheritance, the next concept is what one is multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is nothing but uh, inheriting, inheriting, inheriting multiple superclasses into one subclass. One subclass is called as multiple inheritance. Inheriting multiple superclasses into one subclass is called multiple inheritance. Syntax. Class C1, you can see class C2, class C2, right, class C3, folder C1, comma C2, C2 is called multiple inheritance. Okay, so here how many child classes? Only one, but it has two super classes. One is C1 and other one is C2. C1 and C2. Okay, right. So C1 and C2. Okay, guys, did you understand about multiple inheritance, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So here I'll give you one simple example, generalized example. Generalized examples I'll give you. The reason is easy to remember forever. Okay. That's the reason. For example, class uh, father, father. Okay, father is having 1 crore property. Right. Next to class child colon father. Okay. Next to here class father father brother. Father brother is very rich. 100 crores property is there. Okay. Right. But what happened unfortunate, father brother has no kids. No kids. Class child colon father comma what is that father brother. Father brother. So what will happen? Child colon father means 1 crore is coming to child and as well as comma father brother. How many crores are coming again here also? 100 crores.
Okay.
Yes or no? This is called multiple inheritance. I think it looks very interesting, right? Hmm? So total child has how much amount right now? Child
Not 1 crore.
has 1 crore. That's why child is always sleeping. Okay, right. You will not work. Right. So this is called multiple inheritance. But unfortunate, yes. In interviews they will ask you one question. That is, it was one question which I faced in my career. First interview question in .NET. I joined as a fresher in one company. Later, I switched. I have done .NET myself own 1 year and I started attending interviews. And the first question in my career is in .NET is C#.NET is C#.NET will support multiple inheritance. Will support multiple inheritance. The question is
No.
answer. What is what is your answer, Lisa? Hmm? Right, Nivedita. Nivedita.
C#.NET will support multiple inheritance for interfaces but not classes. I know this, but I don't know the behind the reason for that.
Right. So answer is yes, but not possible by using classes. It is possible by using interfaces, but not possible by using classes. It is possible by using interfaces. Example, that means multiple inheritance will be supporting by the C#, but not possible with the help of classes. It is possible by using a concept called interfaces. But clarity I'll give you at the time of a topic called interfaces. Okay, so the time is next to fourth one. Fourth inheritance is what?
Hierarchical.
Fourth one
Hybrid
hybrid.
Yeah.
One is okay. Hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance means somewhere noise. Hybrid inheritance means any combination of two inheritances. Any combination of two inheritances is called as hybrid inheritance. Any two inheritances, any combination of two inheritances is called hybrid inheritance. Means a combination of single inheritance plus multi-level inheritance, combination of single inheritance and multiple inheritance, any combination of two inheritances, you can call it as a hybrid inheritance. For example, if you will see these inheritances, you can observe text box, superclass, yeah, superclass, web control, superclass, control. Okay, you see here you have multi-level and single as well as multiple also, multiple inheritance because these are all what? Interfaces. I component, these are all what? Interfaces. You have three inheritances here. So these type of things we can call it as hybrid inheritance. You can say any combination of two inheritances called hybrid inheritance, that is single inheritance plus multi-level. Single inheritance plus multiple is called hybrid inheritance. Completing when you will open your base class libraries, always you can identify the hybrid inheritances. Everywhere you can see hybrid. Next one is hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance, nothing but it is reverse of multiple inheritance. Reverse of your multiple inheritance. For example, hierarchical inheritance is reverse of multiple. In multiple inheritance, what is that? You will have one single derived class, multiple superclasses. But reverse of that is hierarchical, means you will have one superclass, that is inheriting single or one superclass into multiple inheriting one superclass into multiple derived classes. Inheriting one superclass into multiple derived classes is called as hierarchical inheritance. Inheriting one superclass into multiple derived classes is called hierarchical inheritance. Syntax is class C1, class what is that, C1. Okay, now class C2 colon C1, class C3 colon C1, C3 colon C1. Okay, this is called what inheritance it is?
Hierarchical.
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 Hierarchical. For example, okay. For example, class father, class child 1, father. Child 2 colon father. Okay. Can I say it is hierarchical inheritance? Can I say it's a hierarchical inheritance?
Yes, sir.
Because inheriting a single superclass into
Or
multiple
one or more derived classes, like two or more derived classes.
hierarchical inheritance. Okay, that is the story about this. And
Sir, what is the implication of that? I mean, like we were saying that 1 crore will inherit, but it will not be divided into two childs, right? So, what is the difference between a single inheritance and a hierarchical inheritance?
not like that. Whatever you defined in this class, father, forget about 1 crore example here. Father is having a car. Who can use this car?
Both.
That is. Father is having a house. Who can use it?
Both can use.
Forget about child 1 didn't get married, child 2 didn't get married. If child 1 and child 2 both got married, troubles will come. Okay? I think girls can
Sir,
understand.
sir, but what is the why? What is the reason that we have defined it like two different sets?
1 minute, 1 minute. It is ultimate concept in .NET. I'll show you now. Immediately I'll show you where we will use.
Okay.
.NET total depending on this inheritance. Complete your ASP.NET, complete your Windows Phone. Not only that, whatever, did you see this concept in our, till the time in our training? Think twice and thrice. Object class.
Yeah. Yes.
Object class. What is the beauty? Because forget about all the methods of object class. One method is there, get hash code. Get a hash code method is there in the object class. Get a hash code. Let's say it is object class. Here they have defined a method called get hash code. Get a hash code. Get a hash code. Using get a hash code, what we can do?
Get the address.
Hmm?
Get the
Get the
address.
address of the object.
Yes. To get the address of the object in any class, you are using a method, single method. That method is what?
Get hash code.
C1 class, C2 class, C3 class, C4 class, C5 class, Cn class, C100 class, C1000 class. But any class, whenever it wants to get the address of that class, that object, they are using a method called
Get hash code.
hash code method. How you are able to access the help of derived class objects? Because the method is the member of which class? Super class.
Class.
But the method defined how many times?
One time.
One. The method is going to consume in how many classes?
Two classes.
Only of
Multiple times.
all the classes. That is possible because of they declared this class as a
Super class.
super class for all .NET classes. That is happened. So method is defined only one time, but it is able to access by all the derived classes. Derived class. Not only that, I'll show you one more example here. Want to get more clarity. You go with ASP.NET. I'm sorry. You go with ASP.NET. When you go with ASP.NET, you can observe in ASP.NET, you can observe your web page. Web page is nothing but representing a class called webform1. Webform1. Tomorrow, I will add one more web page. Right click, add new item, webform2. Webform1, webform2. You can observe webform2 is a class. Webform2 is a class. Webform1 is a class. Webform2 is a class. Webform1 and Webform2, Webform3, Webform all are user-defined classes. In this, for all these classes, Microsoft has given one class as a super class. What is the class name?
Page.
Page is a super class which is defined by the Microsoft within a base class library called system.web.ui. They said, Babu, my class is the super class for all your web page classes called webform1. Yes, your super class is page by default. Webform2. Yes, your super class is page. Webform your super class is page. But page class defined by the Microsoft how many times?
Once. Right.
And it is a super class for
All the class.
All the derived classes.
All the derived classes.
all the web page classes. Here how many super classes?
One.
How many subclasses? Multiple.
Two.
Multiple. What inheritance it is? Hierarchy.
Hierarchical.
The benefit of this is, the advantage of this is, in page class, let's assume they have defined one popular property. Now we will not use in page class. At present you will not understand what is this property. Forget. One popular property they define. What is the property name?
Is post back.
Is post back property defined? Is post back property is defined, or else you take a title property. What is the property name? Title. Title is required for only one page or every page?
Every page.
Every page.
Defined in which class?
Page.
Page class.
Super class.
Right now I am accessing here. You can observe title property. I am accessing in which class right now?
Child class.
Webform1 class.
Platform one.
Now I am able to access title property in which class?
Webform2.
web form 2, tomorrow web form 3, web form 4, web form 5, web form 6, web form n. But title is the property defined how many times by the Microsoft?
Thank you.
1. But the property is able to access in all web page classes possible because that property is a member of which class?
Super class.
Page class. Page class. Page is the super class for all ASP.NET web page class. That's why you are able to.
Access.
That is the beauty of a concept called what? Hierarchical inheritance. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is a
Yes.
finally ultimate benefit of oops sorry benefit of inheritance. I'm sorry.
So one question in the hybrid inheritance. So hybrid is single plus multi-level, right?
Any
Not the
it's not matter దాని గురించి మాట్లాడుకోవడం బెటర్ ఎందుకంటే there is no use to discuss about that. Just a terminology they have given. Any two combination is a hybrid. They called like that. Okay. Especially you are not implementing anywhere. If you implemented inheritance, whenever it has more than two combination, 2 or more than 2 is called hybrid. Okay.
okay.
There is no purpose for that. Just if you will do like this is called hybrid, they said. Okay. Next benefit. That's why I didn't also discuss much about this is okay because it is required. Why we need this? Because of you are achieving a lot of benefit because of hierarchical inheritance. Your ASP.NET completely depend on hierarchical inheritance. Your Windows forms completely depending on hierarchical inheritance. Like that, there are so many places hierarchical inheritance will come into the picture. Complete in .NET and Java, ultimate superclass is object. That is called hierarchical inheritance. Clear?
Yes,
Yeah. Main advantage of inheritance is what? Reusability. Ultimate is what? Can I say reusability?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why? Because title property they defined only one time.
One time.
We are using in every place, reusing. And get a hash code method they declared only one time. They defined only one time, but we are using anyway everywhere. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That is the ultimate benefit of inheritance. So next, what I am doing homeworks for you is you have to work hard. Task one. Task one. One example. One example for single inheritance. Task 2. One example multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. These two examples, your own examples, take other classes, student also, and whatever, course, college, whatever you want. But two examples, what I need, requirement. What is your requirement? Requirement. Define a class with states and behaviors. Requirement. Okay, now next. Next. And one more thing. Requirement. Second UML. Third program. Fourth memory allocations. Can you?
Yes, sir.
And task 3 is remaining 3 inheritance nodes for remaining 3. Remaining 3 means just explanation. Multiple, hybrid, and hierarchy. Can you?
Yes, sir.
You have to do this, and tomorrow small concept is there still. That is static class and sealed class discussion is depending on inheritance. The reason I didn't touch till the time. Now first tomorrow half an hour we'll discuss static class and sealed class. Next we will enter into a concept called polymorphism. Yeah, polymorphism is also will take time like this only. More than this, you need patience because complete technologies developed based on inheritance and polymorphism. Tomorrow, after polymorphism and inheritance concept, whenever we are writing ADO.NET program, for every line of the code, you can give 1 hour explanation to somebody. If anybody will ask how this line came into the picture, you can explain 1 hour behind the story. You can explain that type of subject will be there for only few people. It's going to be your asset for your lifetime. I'm sure about that. Try to spend here. Time is valuable for me, for H2K, for students also. I can agree with you. But the thing is, learn subject well. Okay. Right. Thank you very much, guys. And try to work hard for all these tasks. And once polymer is completed, we have to discuss
Sir, you wanted to announce about some ASP.NET.
what is that, ASP.NET